the day no one could die anymore. That morning, hospitals collapsed. Heart monitors screamed non-stop. Burned bodies, crushed victims, drowned men and women kept breathing. And for the first time in human history, the entire world realized something impossible. Death had disappeared. After centuries of working without rest, she finally gave up, not out of mercy, but because she was tired of human stupidity, tired of hearing humanity blame her for horrors humans themselves created every single day. Death dropped her scythe, closed her old book of death, whatever the hell that book even was, and walked away. No warnings, no goodbyes.
This is an urgent update. Scientists have confirmed that humanity has achieved the impossible. No one can die.
At first, everyone celebrated. It felt like a miracle. Accidents no longer took lives. Diseases no longer ended stories. Impossible surgeries now ended with survivors. But then, the real horror began. Hospitals became crowded with people who never recovered, patients trapped in hospital beds, conscious, suffering, unable to die. Old men of 120, 130 years wandered the streets like shadows forgotten by time. Cruel criminals laughed at justice because the worst punishment had disappeared. Prisons became eternal tombs. Eternal tombs. Families begged for the release of loved ones trapped inside fragile, ruined bodies. The planet began to suffocate. There was no room left for the new. Life without death stopped feeling like a blessing and became a curse. The world was no longer collapsing the way it once had. It was not a rapid destruction. It was continuation. Nothing ended. Entire cities had stopped functioning as human structures and had become living masses, without rest, without end, without any possible interruption. Bodies incapable of stopping their suffering. Wounds that no longer healed within the logic of time. Lives stretched far beyond what the human mind was capable of enduring. Because death gives life its limit. Without it, there was no limit. There was only forever.
I exist because of your sins. Without me, you would destroy yourselves. Remember this: It is not the scythe that chooses. It is your sins that summon me.
After 7 days, she returned, but what she found was beyond anything she had witnessed in centuries. Chaos, overcrowding, despair. In every corner of the world, people begged for an end to that nightmare. Many already longed for death, or at least believed they did. But when death appeared before them, millions fell to their knees, and fear gripped their hearts. Some wept, others fled. Because death had always meant the end of all chances, it was one thing to wish for an end to suffering. It was something entirely different to face death itself. Many could not even bring themselves to raise their eyes and look at her. In that moment, they understood something about themselves. No matter how terrible life had become, they still were not ready to let it go. Because as long as there is life, there is hope. To humanity, it felt as though decades of suffering had passed. To death, it had been only 7 days. She raised her scythe and disappeared once more into the darkness, as if nothing had happened, as if 7 days meant nothing, as if the suffering of the world meant nothing, and perhaps, to her, it truly meant nothing. Because death does not hate you. She does not love you. She simply comes. And when she does, she will not ask if you are ready. She never does. If today were your last day, what would you do differently? Leave your answer in the comments and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next stories.